Good evening. Buenas noches. Bienvenidos al Instituto Cuban-American, the Cuban and Cuban-American Institute. I'm Andy Gomez. I'm Assistant Provost at the University of Miami and Senior Fellow here at the Institute. I particularly want to extend a special welcome to those of you that are here for the first time. How many UM students are here? UM students? None? No engineering students?
They're out front. They're out front reading people.
I thought they were supposed to be in finals. Before I go on, let me recognize someone very special too, to us in this community, and that's the widow of Jorge Mascanosa, Irma Santos.
Yeah.
You know, in 50 plus years, I don't know how many books have been written, how many papers have been written about transition in Cuba. And most of the time, what do they concentrate on? The politics of the economics. Two areas that have been forgotten. One of them I discovered when I left Cuba when I was 6 years old. And I went back in the year 2000. They let me in by mistake, I believe, because it was fascinating. But I learned in listening to young people like yourselves that their ideas, their languages was different than what we in the early exiles. So the area I've concentrated on is the psychological transformation of Cubans, particularly young Cubans on the island. I was interviewing a young lady that arrived from Cuba not too long ago, this afternoon, for 2 hours. And the amazing thing that struck me when she told me, she says, I love to be free, but I don't know what to do with it. Think about that. I love to be free, but I don't know what to do with it. The other area, of course, is what you have done, and my two colleagues that have been recognized already, Elena and Manuel, that have worked diligently in putting the whole thing together. And that is the infrastructure of the island. How can Cuba move into the global community when it's time, and it should have been time a long time ago, if the infrastructure of the country is in shambles? And that's going to take not only time, but it's going to take money to a great extent. And we're going to find out tonight what are some of these areas that our colleagues that will be presenting will let us know. We're also going to see a miracle here tonight, because we're going to see for the first time Cubans only speaking for 5 minutes. And Jerry's going to help me. Jerry's going to help me. So that in itself is a miracle to a great extent. So we ask each presenter, you have 5 minutes. And then what I like to do later on is we open it up for a dialogue, for a conversation, for a question and answer period. So without further ado, the first presenter.